Hi there, Psychic Ones. Angela here from Energy Intuit. I'm the founder of Energy Intuit, a conscious channel, intuitive mentor, psychic medium, psychic development teacher, etc., etc. I'm excited to bring you today's October energy report. Today is Friday, October 3rd, 2025. Coming on a little bit late. The energies have been intense. So, what I'm going to share with you today are two different images that Spirit has been bringing to me, as well as some of my interpretation for you, some of my messaging for you, along with some channeled guidance from Spirit. So, let's jump in. What I would ask briefly is if you're here, thank you for finding this channel. Please hit the subscribe button, offer a like, share the video if you feel called. This way, more people will be able to benefit from the channel and see the ways that I may be able to be of service to them. So thank you, thank you, thank you in advance for any subscriptions or likes or shares. Appreciate it. So the energy of October is immense. I'm sure you're all feeling into that already. It is really, it's as if we have come through 2 months that have felt as if energies were being sliced and diced in our lives. So many people have been experiencing this all over. These updates come in from my guides, my guidance team, which is comprised of lots of different types of energies, lots of galactic ones, ascended masters, etc., angels, but also from experiences with my clients and my students and all of the things, all of the ways that I interact with humans and psychic humans in my business. So I know that it's been really intense. I know that a lot of people have felt as if slicing and dicing has been happening in their lives. So I just wanted to quick jump in and remind you guys where I call this information and these updates from for you all. It feels as if it's been happening everywhere. We turn in one direction after feeling as if something's been sliced and diced or ripped apart, and boom, it's happening over here. And we turn over here and it's happening over here. So I'm really witnessing and honoring all of you humans as you're walking forward on planet Earth. This year, it's been a really tough one, and October is some intense energy again. So, even if we weren't individually affected or as affected by the eclipse season that we've just come through, we have a few of them each year, and we've just come through an eclipse season. October provides us a bit of a template to begin to put the pieces back together of our lives, and to do so where and how we want to recreate the pieces, right? So, as we're kind of reassembling them and making those decisions, do they even make the cut to get put back together or to become repurposed in new ways that we might put them together differently? There's also that question of, do they make the cut or do they land on the floor, the cutting room floor? So you are in the driver's seat, is what I'm glad to say. So the metaphor that Spirit keeps speaking of with this is that it is time to form seams. SEAMS, right? Seams as we see them in fabric, when two pieces of fabric are stitched together, or in any other ways that we see them in any other types of materials. When they're stitched together, there is then a seam from where the stitching of the uniting of the two things have been put together. So seams, Spirit keeps talking to me about these seams. Yes, the stitching that puts two pieces of fabric or whatever type of material together, new bonds, recreation. These are decent concepts to work with along the lines of what this metaphor is. Now, much of what Spirit has made clear to me on this is that, and here's a directly channeled message from my guidance team to really epitomize it for you. We say, while many will hear this is putting the same severed pieces back together, we say, nay, it is recreation time, recreation time. Yes, yes, yes. There will be much soothing and longing of our souls as we release the emotions. We will begin to understand what the recreation template, the matrices, the matrix can look like, and then we create atop it anew. Yes, yes. Sometimes some pieces do belong together, and most we say no, not always, not so much anymore. Scrap pile, we say in many cases, for the pieces of fabric, representations of our lives having been shredded over the past few intense months, and often we say, new story, new fabric, and different drivers. This is what we share and uphold as we call you to the seams of your existence, the seams of your creation, the seams of your recreation in this month of October. Yes, yes. Next, we say intersections, new intersections of thought on how to recreate. This is an emerging concept for October as well. Two things we urge you towards: sit in the seat of planning, even if you are not sure what you are planning yet. Sit in the proverbial driver's seat to welcome in the downloads for what is next in any given area of your life. 2026 is around the corner, and we are planning now the implementations for 2026. And having the executive capacity to sit in the planning seat will get yourselves oriented towards your own channelings, your own ingenuity, and planning and your own governance. Yes, we say a lot in this, but we say this is an important step. This will emerge from your souls, your righteous souls, for as you sit in the planning seat, as you sit in that position of executive creation for yourselves, we say to you that this will start to build the neural pathways, the networks, and the muscle memory in your bodies to do so, as well as all of the thought patterns and neural networks of the creation and recreation, the forming of the seams, the sitting in the planning seat. They go hand to hand. They go hand in hand, as we say to you. All right, coming out of that channeling a little bit, they channel to me when I script this, and then they start channeling even more as I'm channeling what I've scripted. So I appreciate everyone's patience as I make it through this video in this format this month. The next image that Spirit has been popping up everywhere for me is a series of old-fashioned TV screens with static on them. So, and what cuts across the staticky screens are the seams that they've been telling us that we are forging, creating, and sewing. We are meant to recreate right on top of the noise, the cacophony that is trying to bowl us over and knock us off balance. You guys know what I'm talking about. I'm talking about the chaos of the planet right now on all levels and all ways. I am not talking about only one government, only one country. I'm an American in the US and in this year. I'm talking about everywhere. Everyone's dealing with this everywhere at every level, right? There is a cacophony. There's noise that is trying to knock us off balance. That's how it feels for us humans. Seams then become energy grid lines, and they come with this channeling from the galactic ones for my team. Okay, so we say that your power, your empowerment at this time on your planet is astoundingly strong and available to you. We say take your capacity to create sudden change seriously. I'm going to repeat that one again. We say take your capacity to create sudden change seriously. When you place your attention as filtered through your values is how we are meant to create now. I'll say that one again too. Where you place your attention as filtered through your values is how we are meant to create now. We, you, me, they, we are all in this together, and we say to you that we too move through you. You all have galactic assistance for these times, whether you are aware of it or not. Not seeing these energy threads that are created and formed by you to create your tapestries of life anew, no problem. Trust that you are guiding the new ways with the filter of your values. As you trust in your own empowerment now, whether you see the energies, whether you understand how connected that you are, these matter not. What matters is the inspired action now, the connection to your inner selves to draw out and create with the empowerment that you all have available to you. The energies of October offer just the matrix for the creation of new life in new ways. It is about sourcing your empowerment now and working from self to benefit and to be of service to others. We say rest and start again as many times as you may need to, for this will feel exhausting. So we say again, I'm going to repeat that. We say rest and start again as many times as you may need to, for this will feel exhausting. Know that small moves, getting into that planning chair, calling up your values as you make your life choices, these pointings of your focus, your empowerment, and your renewed sense of the imperative of change, this is how you work with the energies of October. Okay. I'll do a little bit of a debrief and expound upon what I just shared from Spirit, particularly the galactics for that last channeling. Spirit is encouraging us to keep going, not to burn ourselves out. We're meant to rest and reset and start again as many times as we may need to, but to build our own supports from within through this. The more that we dive into this process, the stronger we become with it. Wherever we focus our attention, we're going to begin to recreate kind of new pathways and new sources of strength. And that's what this is suggesting. That's what Spirit's saying to us. The intention here is to really help you to feel empowered through October. So as much as there are immense energies and we're all being called to kind of get in that planning chair, work with those seams, deciding where we want to stitch seams, where we want to leave things on the cutting room floor, as well as sourcing from within and really feeling into our empowerment. These are the messages, really, essentially, that Spirit is offering to us. They're saying, keep going. They're encouraging us. They are reminding us of our power and our empowerment from within. We are being called to source from within for this month. What I say to you is that may your Octobers leave you feeling empowered, dear psychic humans. If I can be of any support to you, please book in a reading, book in a session on my website. That's energyintuit.com, and I'll link it below. One last note for you all. I know this is a really quick energy update for October, is that I will be running an event on October 24th. It is a 3-hour channeling event. I have a colleague who will be channeling alongside me, and the first 25 registrants will be able to pose personal question in their segment and have it answered after the group channeling portion. And again, I'll link that below too. What I say to you is that I will be back, you guys, in just a couple of weeks. Spirit has made it clear that one energy update a month is not going to cut it, and they're encouraging me to come back on, as I did last month, mid-month, and update this energy update, offer you guys new messages. So I will be back with another energy update soon. I wish you all well, and I encourage you to keep going, and thank you for being here. Take care, everyone. Bye.